Hello, welcome back to my stream. So yeah, happy Pride, everyone. I've been wanting to do like a Pride stream for a while now, but there's a few things that I kind of had to take care of. Specific, well, I won't get into specifics, but let's just say life was happening, and so yeah. Um, Trying to see about adjusting the camera so that it's not super, or I could try to get up higher. So yeah, pretty much, this is just kind of a Pride stream, talk about LGBTQ stuff, and I'm fixing on reacting to some LGBTQ plus stuff, and so let's see if we can get that set up. All right, here we go. All right, so I hope this got to be sharing. Again, I'm still kind of figuring out some stuff. So one of the things that I wanted to look at was immediately the Disney characters you didn't know was gay, and you didn't know were gay, rather. So I might want to just do that, and then we'll just kind of keep going through some, and once we get bored with that, I can, maybe try to move on to some other stuff. But here we are.
Disney characters you didn't know were gay. In The Incredibles, we see profiles of different superheroes, but Thunderhead said something we all miss. It says he adopted 5 children, raising them with the help of his roommate, Scott. They're always roommates. In the animated Beauty and the Beast, LeFou already seemed a bit gay, but in the live-action remake, LeFou was openly gay, even danced with a really hot guy.
Frozen next.
Disney characters you didn't know were gay. In The
Okay, so I still don't get that whole thing with LeFou being like, I mean, obviously they really pushed it, in the live action Beauty and the Beast, but like, that's, I don't know. That was only 19 seconds. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I don't really understand that because it wasn't that, because I mean, obviously LeFou was very much, kissing, Gaston's, kind of, don't take this as a euphemism, but like stroking his ego. But I don't think it was made to be like LeFou had feelings for Gaston. That just doesn't make sense to me. But I know people like playing around with stuff like that, and it's just, yeah, I don't really understand that. So anyway, so I'd like to, Will Ferrell, if you guys didn't know that, it's this guy again. His friend, I guess, recently came out as trans, like, a couple months ago, I think, so not that too terribly recently, and he is totally okay with it. He totally supports his friend, and and it's not that he, there might be some things he admits there's some things he doesn't understand, but he's like, I respect you living your authentic self, and that's just absolutely wonderful. It's like you don't have to like ask too many questions. I mean, you can at least try to learn about certain things, but yeah.
To be trans.
Breaking gay news. Will Ferrell has a big announcement to make.
There's just so much I didn't know about the pain, about,
Because after he did this,
if you're agreeable to it, we would love it if you could just get into that giant box. Get into the box and you'll go back to Barbie Land. and everything will be as it was.
I haven't been in a box in ages.
He's now ready.
What was your sort of, I guess, baseline knowledge of the trans experience before this very personal?
Baseline knowledge?
Yeah.
Zero. Yeah, I know I'd met trans people. I didn't have anyone personally in my life.
To introduce his next step.
Will took the time to really know me better after the transition. And I think if you watch this movie, I personally feel it. This was a deep.
I just want that one.
In a massive 8-figure deal, Netflix just announced
Stand up for your trans friends.
Will and his best friend Harper, who transitioned at 61 years old,
Be your true self.
will have their documentary where they take a
Okay, you need to chill out, dude. Sorry, but yeah, I don't like that whole in your face stuff. Like, dude, come on, chill out. But you know, good for him and good for her. You know, they're obviously still friends, and they're apparently, you know, got to deal with Netflix. That's some pretty cool stuff. So, yeah, Dusseldorf Pride. Yeah, so celebrities who don't support the what's that? I want some like is that Jenna Ortega right there? Like who don't support? Excuse me, you don't support? Weren't you in freaking in the like, you know, Scream 5 and 6, and didn't you have like I think one of the characters, I forgot, I think it was one of Randy's niece or nephew, and I think it was his niece. And Randy is, you know, obviously that character from the first and second Scream movies, and you know, obviously there's that whole legacy going on there. So I'm like, you know, because I'm pretty sure in like Scream 6 she has a girlfriend. Not the Jenna Ortega character, but one of the Jenna Ortega character's friends. I think it was something Carpenter. See, now I'm already forgetting them. Not to mention Melissa Barrera, who played Sam Carpenter. See, I find her more, I guess, memorable. You know, she spoke out in support of the Palestinians who are currently being slaughtered by Israel, the Israeli military, and that's awful. And so she got fired from ever doing another Scream movie again, like, or working with that film company ever again. So yeah, I kind of let's just see what this is about. It could be, I don't know, because this is news to me.
People can go from people you know to people you know.
And then what? I don't know. I mean, I know that Kevin Hart, like, okay, so not even Jenna Ortega, or are you saying that she's doesn't support the LGBTQ? Because I mean, I know Kevin, like, yeah, and even look at these comments. They're like, yeah. So this is like bullshit. I was like, this is like just a load of bull. It's not. Yeah. What is? I'm about to say I didn't think they were like, you know, homophobic, transphobic, or whatever, or didn't support. So yeah, I think this is just rage baiting nonsense. Anyway, so I'm like, what? Gay is a choice. No, it's not, and neither is being trans or bi, which I happen to be both of those. Is it Haley Seinfeld or or Steinfeld rather. I don't know. I keep saying Steinfeld whenever I see her, but it's like, you know, um, yeah, Jerry Steinfeld. Steinfeld. Yeah, it just anyway. So what's this?
You know, ever since we were little, I would get this feeling like I'm floating outside of my body, looking down at myself. And I hate what I see. And I don't know how to change it. And I'm so scared that feeling is never going to go away.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, this is a clip from, I guess, a movie. I'm pretty sure, but the sentiment is obviously is that people who say that, oh well, being gay is a choice, being trans is a choice, being non-binary is a choice. I mean, it's easy for cis and straight people to say that because they're not the ones experiencing it, and they're not the ones that are experiencing widespread discrimination, like because they're considered normal. Okay, that's why we have pride for LGBTQ plus, but we don't have like pride for like the cis and the straights because they never had to be in the closet. They never had to feel ashamed. Okay, LGBTQ plus people did. It was in fact illegal, way back in the day. It was in fact considered morally reprehensible. A lot of people who were LGBTQ plus, I forgot what was that guy's name? I think he was a British dude. He created a way of decoding the Nazi radio code to which played a pivotal role in winning the Second World War against the Nazis. I'm going to look it up here. There was a movie called The Imitation Game, I believe, starring, I believe, Benedict Cumberbatch. Okay. Imitation Game or Imitation. Try to bear with me. The Imitation Game, yes. Yeah, it has Benedict Cumberbatch. I'm just looking on my phone so I don't have to switch through here. So yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch, Keira Knightley, and all of that. And yeah, it's based on a true story. Oh yeah, Alan Turing. And so yeah, he cracked the Nazi codes. He came up with like a device to crack the Nazi code, and it really played a pivotal role, intelligence-wise, and everything else. And then, turns out, when he was found out to be gay, well, guess what? They were like, well, we're just gonna chemically castrate you now. We're gonna put you on these blockers or whatever. So yeah, even if even if they did something good for humanity, very much, it's even if you did that, they're just like, oh well, you're gay and that's immoral, so we're just gonna wipe you from the history books, and that's just awful. But that's why we have pride, because we kind of need to keep that momentum, especially now with a lot of LGBTQ plus rights and visibility is, being attacked, and trying to say that, oh, we're groomers, or we're a threat to children, and all that bull. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, being gay is not a choice. Being trans is not a choice. Being bi is not a choice. Like, it's easy. Like, again, it's easy for people who don't have those feelings to say, like, it's easy for them to say that, but they're not the ones experiencing it. So, yeah. Anyway. Okay, what is up with that? Oh, I'm guessing that's two guys who are. Oh, yeah. Again, I'm kind of just flipping to ones that seem like interesting enough, because obviously I'm pretty sure a lot of these are gonna probably say things that we've already been hearing for a while, but then but yeah, like I said, it's there's a reason why we have Pride. It's so we can keep up with the momentum and still like try to solidify. And again, with our rights being uh, being basically under threat or under attack straight up, um, it's good to have that. I think I heard about this guy here. I think he's a priest who happens to be gay and married to another man, and I.
No state in the country has ever done anything like this before. So it's really fucking hard to believe that this is real.
I understand the worries and the objections of my friends up front, but that's part of what school is. Nobody's under any obligation to be kind to me in school.
Montana just passed a law to legalize bullying trans kids.
If I trip you in these hallways, you can be pretty well assured that I have a specific purpose in mind, and that is to cause you physical discomfort. That is different than you choosing not to refer to me by my name or me choosing not to refer to you by your name. It cannot be the case that we are compelling children to be kind to one another.
The only way we can stop them is if Congress passes the Equality Act. Please sign the petition in my bio.
Okay, so it wasn't even that the priest. It was this guy again, I believe. Because wasn't he all the way back up here too? No. Oh no, that was probably a different person. I don't know. He looked very similar, but yeah, you didn't even like you used a thumbnail that didn't even show the. There's that.
No state in the country has ever done anything.
Worries.
Okay, so the thumbnail is a complete. I hate it when folks do that. Oh, and then there's the actual. Okay, looks like there's like somebody copied it, but then decided to show a different video than what the thumbnail shows. I do gay things, but I'm straight. What? Oh, okay. I see. But again, that's very. again, misleading. I don't know what's going on here, but right now it looks like they're not even. Want to have it with all that music because it's probably copyrighted. I don't want to get like struck there, and unfortunately, it seems like if you have any like, even if it's just like a couple seconds or something, it's like, oh, copyright. It's like even if it's just a tiny bit, and that's the problem I had with reviewing movies and trying to show certain movie clips because some of them, like, it has to be like less than 9 seconds or like less than this amount of seconds, or you can't show it at all because there's, whoever's the holder of the copyright is like, oh, goodness gracious. Oh, I'm sorry, like, obviously, hi, Chad Freeman. Finally, I have at least somebody, some folks here on the live chat. Yeah, for some reason, whenever I do the sharing, it's like, yeah, oh, I see you now. Oh, yeah, like I'm still trying to figure out some of this stuff here. It's just a lot of, I don't normally stream a lot anyway. But you could see that, I'm on TikTok, right? And I've been just looking at LGBTQ plus stuff. But yeah, whenever it comes to like the sharing stuff, it's like, yeah, like I'm kind of unsure whether we're seeing the same thing. But yeah. So anyway, thank you for, you know, uh, showing up here. To live stream and have to experiment with copyright and sharing. Yeah. But yeah, that's why I was like, oh wait, I better not do that because we're gonna have to worry about getting in trouble with the stuff there. But anyway, so yeah. So I mean, I'll probably have to like figure out how to like, because again, when it comes to the sharing, like I think there's like you can share tabs, but I think you can also share like windows and stuff. But anyway, so like right here, so like I was saying, like they were just like there's this, but then when I click on it, it's like something completely different. Like what's like what? Like I don't know what's going on there. Like is that because before it's like, okay, I click on that, and it's
Disney
like
characters you didn't know were
exactly
gay in The
that,
Incredible.
but
We see profiles of.
So I don't know if it's like messed up or something. Or yeah. Well. Anyway. So that's kind of confusing there. But anyway, so okay, there's that one, which was originally something else, I think. Oh, I accidentally clicked on the hashtag. So I'm gonna have to flip back and forth to see what you're saying. So yeah, it's but yeah, I'll try to figure it out at some point, so that I can, at least try to kind of keep up with the chat. But I guess, it just kind of takes some experimenting with. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it's going to be so inconsistent and like, okay, I do gay things, but I'm straight girl, but then turns out, no, it's this thing here. So I don't know if it's, so if it's like messing up like this, I'm gonna probably try something else. So, but anyway, so I kind of wanted to, do a little something there. I got my pride flags, progress pride flags, and so yeah, that's I normally don't do like this is the first time I ever like legit went on TikTok, but so yeah, apparently something's going on there where it's not the actual thing. But anyway, so I don't know what else to do about that, but pretty much, I guess I just wanted to, I guess, if enough people come in here, we can like have some kind of chat going on. But yeah. I also wanted to kind of talk a little bit about kind of like last Pride, like last year. That's kind of when I really came out as trans and also bisexual. Like I came out kind of on social media pretty much, like Instagram and Facebook, not really on YouTube. And I wasn't sure if like anyone who subscribes to me on YouTube here also follows me on Instagram or Facebook or any of that. But so yeah, I pretty much came out last year. I mean, because a couple years ago, it's like, hey, I wasn't really like out like super publicly. I very much like I was out to my friends and my family, and and pretty much anything in regards to like my public social media and YouTube and stuff like that. Like I never mentioned I was trans or bi or any of that stuff. And it's not that I was like, ashamed of it or anything. It's just I kind of felt like I didn't really I didn't really need to like explicitly say, what my gender identity was, but it's like yeah, it was like a very tumultuous time. I mean, it's still a tumultuous time. I mean, we still got people who are the lawmakers, people in Congress, and all of that. They're trying to make it illegal to basically be LGBTQ, and they're trying to make it illegal for trans youth to transition, medically, or even, there even seems like they're trying to make it so that even if the parents try to, like, help their child, like, socially transition in any sort of way, like that'll be deemed like child abuse or something. So yeah, it's just a lot of really messed up stuff. But we got to keep this momentum going. That's why we have Pride, and that's kind of what I was talking about before. And let's see. I'm gonna try to see, because I mean, that TikTok was kind of messing up for a while. So I'm gonna try to open up something here. Um, gracious. But yeah. I have some allergies. Don't worry, I'm not like super sick, and I'm trying not to do it right in the. I'll tell you. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember this one. I think it was earlier this year. It was one of my favorite. I guess you could say homophobic, transphobic fails, like anti-LGBTQ fails. Um, like, let me see again. Okay, so there's the Chrome tab, and so I don't know if, yeah. Again, I'll try to set things up a little bit better, but like I said, I'm still kind of figuring some of this stuff out. Anyway, I don't know if you guys remember this right here.
LGBTQ rights or economic stability? Why can't you have both? You need to pick one. I refuse the question. You can't refuse the question.
You can refuse to answer.
Okay, I want to see like the original thing. Okay, so there's okay.
LGBTQ rights or economic stability? Why can't you have both? You need to pick one. I refuse the question. You can't refuse the question. I do. But you can't. But I did. But you need to pick one. No, I don't. I just said you did. So what? Can you pick one? No, because they're both doable. No, only one. I don't have to pick one because you can have both. But the answer is both is not an answer. It's not a valid answer. I reject your question. You can't reject it. I just did. Can you pick one? I don't have to. Why? Because they're both completely doable. So LGBTQ rights or economic stability? Both. That's not an answer. Yes, it is. LGBTQ rights or economic stability? Both. Are you trying to troll me? No. I'm just wondering which one you like more. I like them both. You can't have both. Yes, you can. Not in this question. Too bad. Why are you trolling me right now? Because I don't have to choose. All right. What if I had to ask you gender inclusivity or economic stability? You can have both. You can't. Why you make this so difficult? I'm trying to pass my final.
And that's the real kicker. Like, oh, like I'm trying to pass my final. Why you gotta be so? Oh my gosh. Chad, by the way, we do a movie club review show once a month on a live stream. If you ever want to join us for fun, we throw movie titles on wheels from those on the panel and the chat. And I'm trying to, there's that heart thing in the way, and spin to see what we discuss. Yeah, sure. Let's see. Yeah, I guess yeah, I'll probably check that out. Sounds interesting. But yeah, anyway, so first he's like, well, LGBTQ plus rights, but or economic stability, insinuating that if you have LGBTQ equality or whatever, like it's like, oh, well, somehow that's going to affect the economy, which is bull crap. I mean, we all know that. It's nonsense. Like, obviously, he's, you know, very anti-LGBTQ. He's very, like, you know, he just sees them less as human, you know. But anyway, screen share. Yeah, I'm always forgetting that. But yeah, this guy right here in the leather jacket, yeah, he's what a Chad, like totally, because he's, you know, he's like, I reject the question, and you know, he went from okay, you know, this other guy
LGBTQ,
here,
right?
yeah, like he's like, well, but you know, LGBTQ plus rights, and then like, well, what about gender inclusivity? Oh, so now, like, okay, full mask off, because we're seeing that, you know, you can be like, what happens is like, you know, you can have different kinds of bigotry, but then it turns out, okay, well, I don't like this, or, you know, I don't like LGBTQ stuff, but I'm fine with like black people or something. But then it turns out like, no, not really. Even if like someone says, you know, like, well, I'm okay with black people, or I am like, you know, like I get along with them. You know, like you can say that, but you know, like they can get along with them and still see other races as inferior. You know, see, it's not just, you know, always straightforward like that. But it always seems like any kind of bigotry also has other bigotry. You know, because it's all bigotry when it comes down to it. You know, if you're saying, oh, well, I don't like trans people or gay people or anything like that, or anyone who's LGBTQ plus, chances are you probably are against the rights of other folks. Now, obviously, there's, you know, a different array of people. You know, there's people who are, you know, like it's not always so cut and dry. Like there's always going to be freaking, you know, just anybody can have some kind of hatred for anybody. It's just, you know, it would be nice if we could, you know, all, you know, get along. I know that's kind of cliche, but it's like, yeah, it's just, yeah. But anyway, so, but yeah, this guy, he's got, my pronouns are fine/Jesus, which is like, they always bring up the whole religious thing. So it's like, you know, like, you know, trust yourself in Jesus, trust yourself in, you know, our Lord and Savior and all that. And, you know, I'm not against anyone with their religion, but if they're trying to interpret their religion so, like, to such a literal sense where it's like, well, you know, homosexuals, you know, like if a man lieth with a man the way he should lieth with the woman, I don't remember exactly how it was worded. It was something like that, but they're just like, oh, you know, but that was the Old Testament, and then there's the New Testament, and all that stuff. And so you can't really say, oh, well, you know, well, the Bible says this, and it's just, it's been translated so many times. It's like, yeah. Anyway. Oh, Jordan Peterson. Oh my. Oh, a pride flag was set on fire. Well, this ought to be upsetting. But
A woman set a pride flag on fire outside an NYC restaurant.
Oh my.
No one was injured, and the restaurant only suffered exterior damages, police say. Police are investigating the incident as a possible anti-LGBTQ hate crime.
If that was obviously from last year.
is 5 times the size of the original flag. So the person who did this, their plan has backfired and backfired badly.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, we're just gonna get another flag. Like, are you gonna continuously go out of your way to burn these flags? Well, we're just gonna get another one. You know, and obviously, that person, like, in a way, I feel like I don't want to overly give them the benefit of the doubt, but yeah, obviously, some people have kind of been indoctrinated into the whole like, oh well, LGBTQ plus is bad or it's evil and all of that, and some of them unfortunately have kind of just, they themselves are kind of victims of this rhetoric, and they unfortunately start believing it, and it's just really sad, and I don't think they should, I don't think they deserved any sort of hate coming their way, but yeah, it's just it's just unfortunate that she felt like, oh, we have to freaking burn all these flags, or we have to erase it from this or that, but and obviously she's a grown woman, so she probably should know better, but it's it's really hard, and I don't think we're really who's really to judge there, but we can at least hope that maybe she realizes the error of her ways and is like, okay, maybe I should stop and think about this a little more. Okay. So wait.
Feeling like this, if you are belongs to LGBT community, please accept yourself, please open with your family, try to open, at least try to करो. लोग इतना डरते हैं और मतलब खुद से ही कि मैं नहीं कर सकता, ये है वो है, मैं आई कैन नॉट स्पीक एनीबडी अबाउट दिस. अगर हम खुद ही को स्ट्रांग नहीं बोलेंगे या खुद को ही अपने उस पॉइंट पे प्रूव नहीं करेंगे, तो हम एक्सपेक्ट भी नहीं कर सकते सोसाइटी से कि वो हमें वो दर्जा दे. एग्जैक्टली, हम खुद को रिस्पेक्ट देंगे, खुद को स्ट्रांग बनाएंगे, तभी तो सोसाइटी हमें सीरियस लेगी. अगर हम खुद ही
not that I don't mean to cut them off there, but yeah, there was some language I didn't either Arabic or maybe not Arabic, but again, I don't want to sound like I just I'm not exactly sure what language it is, so I don't want to actually assume anything, but I assume that was something that because the background music sounded very I heard a sitar there, so I'm making assumptions and generalizations already, but it seems Indian, I believe. So whatever language people from India speak, I don't know, and I don't want to make assumptions there, but yeah. Yeah, Anthony Schuler, happy Pride Month to you too. Yeah, thank you. Happy Pride, and yeah, this is the first time. I've done 2 streams, and I don't know. I've done them much earlier because I started this. I'm Central Time where I'm at right now, and it's yeah. And it's just I think okay, maybe some folks were able to get off work, because that's what I kind of assumed was basically that people were still at work, and they probably didn't catch my stream those times. But this is the first time I'm actually getting a few people in here, and they're actually chatting, and it's really nice to see. Anthony says, I'm non-binary femme, by the way. That's cool. And just so you know, I'm a trans woman. My pronouns are she, her. So if anyone wants to establish their pronouns, you can go ahead and chat them as well, just so that I know how to refer to you. So we can go ahead and have the proper and respect folks. That's another thing about that is Anthony Schuler goes by she, they. Nice. So anyway, I was trying to do TikToks, but whenever I got past a certain point with them, they were just like, the thumbnail didn't match up what the actual I don't know if they're called videos or reels or whatever. I mean, I know reels is what they use for that's what they call them on like Instagram and Facebook and stuff. But anyway, so I'm trying.
Did you ever
YouTube
meet a gay
shorts.
man who
here's
successfully de-gayed and then went on to live a completely functioning life?
No, I did have a client who was questioning, who went the heterosexual route.
Yeah.
He was questioning under some duress because he was the target of somewhat unwanted amorous affections by a fairly persistent gay gentleman who, and this person was, I would say, easily swayed and confused. That was the closest I'd ever seen to the situation that you're describing. Now you, as a therapist, you're ethically and legally bound not to question the identity of the stated identity.
From what I heard, like he never actually, like Jordan Peterson, whenever he was a licensed psychologist, therapist, whatever, like he never actually even really used, I think he saw clients for a while. But obviously it seems like he's in need of some kind of therapy, but then again, he's probably too far gone.
Of your client, which to me is preposterous because all you ever do as a therapist is question identity. But then we have the other conversion therapy, which is surgical conversion, and that's not only legal, but opposing it has become a crime. And
he's obviously talking about like gender affirming care and gender affirming surgeries and stuff. But he's the one who openly, didn't he say something like, he had a dream of his, he dreamt he saw his maternal grandmother, and how did it go? It was like, I dreamt I saw my maternal grandmother. She was stroking herself absent-mindedly. I let her have the way. Something like that. Please excuse my Jordan Peterson impression. But anyway. Gracious. But yeah, he's kind of a cuckoo, isn't he? Oh, the Pope.
Y ser homosexual no es un delito. Es una condición humana.
Must be made legal worldwide, but apparently being trans is going too far for him. So I'm sorry, but Mr. Pope, you're not cool with me because obviously I'm trans and you apparently don't agree with that. I mean, you'd probably be fine with me just being bisexual or whatever, but no, because I'm trans. Okay, well, see ya. I don't want to have that on there. Sorry. We're trying to. Oops. What the? Okay, now we're getting into some deviating stuff here. But I guess going back to Dave Rubin and all that, it's like, I mean, we all know, I'm pretty sure you guys probably know who Dave Rubin is and kind of what he's all about. He's basically, you know, he's gay, he's married to a man, he's also had like children with this man, and they had like, you know, surrogate mothers. And like, I mean, obviously he's grifting, you know, he's acting like he's a conservative and all of that. And it's just, what? I'm pretty sure most of you probably already know, like, you know, he's basically, like, he's doing it all for the money. He's basically throwing his own community under the bus, which is sad to see, but he also, you know, is apparently friends with certain folks who are, you know, conservative and are homophobic, transphobic, and, you know, they'll say stuff like, oh, you know, like, well, I don't, because they'll bring religion into it and be like, well, I love the sinner, but I hate the sin, you know, and it's like, so you're basically saying, like, what you're saying is not making any sense. It's like being gay. It's like, oh well, you know, I love you or something like that, but it's like you just can't act on it. If you act on it, then I don't, you know. And like I said, you know, Dave Rubin's, he's married to a man. He's, you know, has kids with him, and you know, there's the surrogate thing and all that. That's really, yeah, like I said, it's kind of sad, but he also kind of brings a lot of that on himself. But again, I don't think we should like blame anybody who's being attacked explicitly. But you know, we'll just have to see. No, there was some things that I kind of wanted to sort of, I guess, reminisce about. Let's move down here. For some reason, I can't have this like as a separate window for some reason. Like I've tried that before. Anyway, and I usually don't want to like do a whole lot of you know, reacting to videos in a way where it's like I'm basically using their content to, you know, like I don't want to mooch off of people's stuff. You know what I mean? It's like you know, I still want to like give some kind of commentary on, you know, what I want to do here, but let's get that. I've also been fixed on trying to play games on this thing and like live stream like a let's play or something. But anyway, I actually wanted to view my channel. So there's a lot of things that kind of been happening over the years. Like, see, most of my content now is like archery related. I used to do, like I said, I used to do like movie reviews and such. That would be these right here, the Sins review. Those didn't really get a whole lot of attention, and I did like 31 different reviews, and unfortunately I had to get one of the other ones because copyright, you know, and no matter how much I edited it or how much I modified it, like it still was like, and that was like my review of Coraline, the Henry Selick film, and yeah, that was unfortunate. I'm like, because I was kind of proud of it, but it's like just the copyright thing, okay, like that's kind of messed up. But anyway, so I kind of transitioned no pun intended, from that to taking like a while off, and then started getting into archery and really started getting into it, and then started making a lot more videos, and then started doing like videos kind of related to certain media like horror. Like I'm a huge fan of horror. Like, I'm just gonna say it right now. I like horror. I like science fiction, fantasy, and all that. So I went from that, and again throughout this whole time, I'm like, yeah, I'm not like I wasn't really out here on YouTube. I did come out like on like other social media, like I posted on Instagram and my Facebook and all that. But then here's where things started, not changing so much, but this video right here is me, like I was coming out and saying, I'm trans, I'm bi, and here I did a little bit more of like my story as kind of growing up with being trans, and still continued with some of the archery, but then also talked about some of the other things I like, because I also write. I wrote at least 2 books. I also published them, and yeah, it's just I am still writing. There's the here's my more recent book, Sickness Divides. It's available as a paperback like this, or ebook as well. I'm sorry that I'm kind of plugging my book in. I hope that's not too annoying for folks. I know how some people, whenever they do that, it's like, oh, but yeah. But anyway, if you want to check that out, that's fine. If you want to buy a copy, I'd appreciate that too. I don't quite have that much, I don't have enough subscribers or enough watch hours to really have like, yeah, it's, and I've been trying to do like loads of different stuff. It's just, for the archery, it's like, okay, it's like been really hot outside. Like it's been like dangerously hot, like 90 degrees, 100 degrees. And the archery range that I would go to for most of these, it's like, it's just way too hot. And it's outside, and it's just not something I really, care to do, get all sweating and uncomfortable, or also possibly, suffer from heat stroke. That's another thing. It's like a safety thing and not so much a discomfort thing. But that's kind of why I try to do more of these, like, live streams, just so that I can at least have something going on. And it's something that I can do inside, and something that I hope is interesting and entertaining, and at least in some small way. But yeah, it seems like starting later than I did in those first 2 streams, it actually got some folks to notice. Like I said, I understand if folks need to go to work, and they work from a certain time, but I've been trying to kind of establish when that would happen. But I've also been having some issues with my computer kind of lagging. I ended up doing like a huge, I guess, chunk file dump and kind of a task manager, I guess. There was like all these other programs that were running, and that was causing certain, I guess, problems with, getting, things running up for like a live stream. That was one of the reasons why I've gotten to this so late, because I wanted to do a stream like this a little earlier, because I know that, the month is almost over, but yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much, yeah. So like my other lives here, like that was my first one. Again, nobody there, but now we got at least we got 2 folks watching here, and that's pretty cool. Well, and one of the reasons why I did start, a little bit earlier than when I started this was pretty much because, I like to at least kind of have this mostly, to myself. I actually still live with my folks. Go ahead and make fun of me all you want if. But yes, I still live with them, but they also they babysit my niece, their granddaughter, and it's yeah. And keep creating and just keep streaming. You will build an audience. Well, that's what I'm kind of trying to do. And like I said, I've been also trying to see if I can try to play some games on here and do a live stream of a Let's Play or something. But I also wanted to kind of just do some reaction videos and stuff, and especially Pride related, because it's Pride Month. It's pretty close to the end of Pride Month, but yeah, and yeah, I'm trying to think about what else I wanted to talk about. But yeah, these are my shorts, my short videos here. But anyway. Right. Again, I don't want to like mooch off things too much. I'm pretty sure some of them won't even be shown after the because I mean, I was gonna watch that, but I think I'll probably do that on my own time. Like I said, I don't want to mooch off other people's content. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to do there for the time being. But anyway, thanks for the y'all, Anthony and Chad, for joining the stream. I'm kind of glad that I at least had some folks, to live chat. That's, pretty nice feeling. And so I think I'm gonna end it right here, and probably going to get myself something to eat because I am kind of hungry. So anyway, happy Pride, and hopefully I'll see you on the next stream.